Greetings, kind friends and companions. This is me, Harkness, once again, and this is a video I've been longing to do for the longest time. Unfortunately, my PC has lived a very long and healthy life and has finally decided to meet its creator in the afterlife. So, this video will not be as edit centric, and unfortunately, you're going to hear a lot of stutters and a lot of. I don't have a script. I'm basically going off of memory, so apologies if I get anything wrong. So, this is basically a video about the GP5 and GP7 gas masks. I figured that I'd just do both of them since they're both very interesting Cold War memorabilia. Okay, first off, here's the GP5. You've seen thousands of reviews of this, so I'm not going to go too in depth with this mask. Um, what can I say? This is literally just a latex hood with crimped on eye lenses and a crimped. By the way, crimping is when they pinch these metal inserts in, crimped on eye lenses, and a crimped filter intake port and an exhale valve. It also has a Tissot tube. What is a Tissot tube? It's basically when your breath, um, basically when you exhale, your breath will actually deflect any fog that forms into here. Very clever design. When people call this a GP5, they're actually referring to the GP5 kit. This mask, its official designation, I believe, is the SHM62. This one's an upgraded version, so this is the SHM62U. How is it upgraded? You can basically tell it by the stamp over here. Basically, they use thinner rubber, so it's even cheaper and it's even easier to mass produce. These masks were intended as single-use masks after I mean, these are reusable, no doubt. But after like a disaster, after the people evacuated with these masks, they would just dump it off. It's just that cheap. If you break one, no one's gonna cry. It's alright. Millions of these are created anyway, and they're a very good Cold War memorabilia. Also, I believe the C stamp means that this gas mask was created in Saratov. Um, I had a GP5 not too long ago, and it was made in the Tambov region of Russia. This particular example, this particular specimen was made during the 1980s, just only a decade, shy of a decade away until the Soviet Union falls. This its lot number. I believe the three dots are the months it was made. I cannot remember which month this was made. So yeah, very cool gas mask. By the way, it takes 40 millimeter GOST, not NATO, GOST filters. I will address the filter controversy in a bit. This is the bag that it comes in. It's a very, very cheap and flimsy feeling bag. I've used these bags for airsoft to carry my RPK drum. Yes, it will fit an RPK drum. This is also the hose that will attach into the gas mask. Moving on, this is the GP7 mask, widely regarded as one of the worst Soviet gas masks ever designed. But I disagree, and I will explain later. Okay, this gas mask, the reason why it is hated by some collectors or enthusiasts is because number one, the quality control of this gas mask is absolutely horrendous. The reason being is that this gas mask was manufactured, pardon me, was manufactured when the Soviet Union started to decline. Even from the factory, was disillusioned from the great communist dream. The Soviet Union was humiliated from the war in Afghanistan. The Soviet Union just had a disastrous nuclear meltdown in one of their many states in Ukraine, the Chernobyl incident. And not only that, basically the economy was in shambles because so many years of spending in the military has left consumer goods in the back burner. Because of that, capitalism started to encroach more and more into the Soviet Union and it started to break. So because of that, many many factories just started to get outcompeted by the West. Sometimes they don't even get paid anymore. Because of that, Ivan didn't put the same level of love when creating this gas mask. How is that evident? Look at this. A lot of spare rubber, which means that these masks were made in great haste with no care in the world. They just wanted to meet the factory quota. Once they reach the factory quota, that's good. They're not rewarded for good work. Their only reward was basically medals and stuff. All right, rant about communism over. So, this gas mask was created during the fall of the Soviet Union, and quality control was just absolutely horrible. Some people, when they received their gas mask, were missing parts. I have a feeling that I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, dear viewers, but I believe that there is supposed to be like this coil that goes around the eye lenses, like some sort of pardon me, metal coil that goes around here. It's missing on this particular example. I'm not sure because I've seen it in the GP7 on my GP7 mask. It's a GP7V. Perhaps they removed it in the GP7V variants. Luckily, my filter intake works perfectly fine and it seals very, very well. So, yeah, another issue that people like to point out is the inner hood of this mask. It's a very strange design. You see, Weapons and Stuff 93 absolutely hates the inner hood design. He thinks it's a load of bollocks. I'm in the opinion that he just has a very weirdly shaped face. This has never affected me in any way. But I don't know. Some people might not like that. What else are the issues? Oh, yeah, this mask is extremely floppy. Like, watch this. It just spreads out like that. When you buy a GP7, normally it comes with like a plastic insert. Unfortunately, the guy who gave it, although I received this for only 30 something US dollars, did not give me a plastic insert. So I fear for the long term of this gas mask. It might just turn into a pancake at this point. As much as possible, I'd like to preserve this. What else are the So yeah, if you ever buy this gas mask, do not throw away the plastic inserts, whatever you do. What else are the issues of this gas mask? Hmm. Oh, yes, the straps. The very, very reviled straps. I will admit, this is one of the most uncomfortable straps to have ever existed. However, there's actually a way to adjust these straps. No, it is not my hand, but simply by taking a pen, pardon me, and then wedging it in between these gaps. You will start to loosen this and you'll be able to pull it in any direction. Pulling it here will tighten the mass. Pulling it here will actually make it much wider. This particular specimen is a size 3. This actually fits me way better after adjusting the straps. This is actually more comfortable than the GP5. So this mask was made in 1992 after the fall of the Soviet Union. hmm Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Saratov, lot number 3, those 3 periods over there. I personally do not like the drinking tube of this gas mask. I think it's a very, very, very poorly thought out design. I actually took out the drinking tube of this mask, and ever since then I had no complaints. Okay, one final thing about these masks. They usually come with these green, suspicious looking filters. This filter was made in 1994. This particular specimen over here, this very beat up one, was made in 1989. This one is made much earlier, so there's probably no asbestos on this particular filter. Again, would you risk wearing this filter just to look cool? If your answer is no, congratulations. You've just saved yourself a lifetime of pain of mesothelioma. Mesothelioma. It is no joke. It is one of the rarest forms of cancer, and once asbestos fibers get into your lungs, there is no way of getting it out. So, whatever you do, do not use these filters. Do not even throw it in the trash because you don't want to contaminate the poor garbage man who's just doing his job, okay? They're cool pieces of memorabilia, but under any circumstances, do not use these filters. They're probably so expired that they won't even protect you at this point. So, don't bother using these. They're cool display pieces, but I digress. Okay, what else can I talk about these masks? Oh, before I forget, the GP7 gas mask for some odd reason has no form of defogging. No Tissot tubes, no nothing. I have no idea why. So yeah, before I finally end this video, allow me to demonstrate how to put on these gas masks. I just hope the camera angle is right. Oh, pardon me, dear viewers. Unfortunately, glasses wearing folks like me cannot wear these gas masks. Filter out. This is basically a shower cap gas mask. So what you do is you dip in your chin first and then stretch the latex hood over you. So you know you've done a good job once the mask is already sticking into your face when you cover the filter intake. That's like the negative pressure. So yeah, this is the GP5 gas mask. It's probably very hard to hear me because unfortunately this does not have any voice amplifier. Yes, voice amplifier. You can attach a hose. I recommend buying a GP5 with a hose because it looks cool and you can hide the hose into your bag to give the illusion that you've got a filter in the bag, but in reality you don't. So you can attach the hose. Mm-hmm. You have to leave your right to. Okay. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. There's no way I could edit it out. There we go. Okay. Almost looks like an elephant, don't you think? So yeah, this is the GP5. Also, I have a critique with the GP5. The ear covers are not that well thought out. Basically, it feels like you just climbed up a mountain and there was a sudden change of altitude. I believe they call it surfer's ears. And also, the eyepieces have a tendency to your upper eyebrow has a tendency to just really stick in. Again, millions of these masks were created, and who am I really to complain? Amazingly, it is not talking. Good job. So Ivan in the factory knew what he was doing. Mm-hmm. Two shots. Perfect. Back. Okay. Mm-hmm. What I'm thinking about. So yeah, that's the GP5. Finally, we're having the GP7. It's already adjusted to my head size. The GP7 has a more unique way of putting it in. I always love doing that. Anyways, the purpose of doing this is to basically align the mask into your face. Oops. There we go. There's barely any fogging into this gas mask, and the voice clarity is actually very good. So yeah, GP7, not much to say. A very simple mask. Unfortunately, it tried to do a lot of modern, new things all at once and just failed spectacularly. Mm-hmm. I've got to take off this mask. So yeah, this has been me, Harkness, once again. I apologize for not making a video for the longest time. I've held off the LCT RPK review for God knows how long. And not only that, I have a lot of works. I haven't even updated my book reviews for the longest time. But fear not, they're on their way. So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, life is always good. Make the best out of it. Bye bye now.